I just want to remind you guys of something. I live in SoCal. It is not supposed to look like this. Bruh. Well, would you just look at that? Just look at it.
You know, when I see a car like this, first thing I do is I say, would you look at this?
I'm about to show you guys exactly what I have done to my car. Even though it may not look like it, there's about 10 grand put into this thing. I'm gonna start from front to back, and yeah, that's about it. That's as simple as it gets. Front, back. Sick. So the most obvious thing that has been done are these hood lashes, which you guys should know because I literally just released a video on this. These are not Aerocatch. These are, I think they're like D1. They're from Japan. They did not come with hardware like Aerocatch do. I had to use these just ugly ass nipple looking screws. I am gonna go replace these because the holes are countersunk, so it's gonna look flush. I just honestly haven't cared enough to deal with it. But they work just the same, up and up, and they work just like that. Honestly got that just because I was so tired of my basic looking front end while the rear end looks like a Porsche. So for anyone that does get a Z, one of the first things that you should absolutely do is get an oil cooler. But one thing you shouldn't absolutely do is start doing donuts while it's snowing in 32-degree weather while your oil temperature is not even at above 140. That's how you blow a motor. Don't ask me how I know. I just know. So get an oil cooler. It will save your car a lot of trouble. But if you do get an oil cooler, make sure you get a thermostatic sandwich plate. What that does is basically a little thermostat in there. So when your car is getting above operating temperature, it'll activate the oil cooler and then start cooling the car down. When it gets down and below a certain temperature, it'll cut the sandwich plate off and then just regulate the normal I think it's liters, right? As I was saying, before I was really interrupted. Yeah, keep walking. Next thing that you do, if you do get an oil cooler, make sure you guys get a thermostatic plate. That will make sure your car is running healthy. Next thing I've done to my car are my intakes. These are Z1 intakes. They are probably one of the best intakes that you can buy without having to tune your car. They run with the stock throttle bodies, and they are not short ram, as they call them. They are long tube. Normally stock intakes sit here and you got a big box. These are actually true cold air intakes. These run all the way down and into here. You got one on this side, one here, and they're two long filters. Once you guys do install them, they will make your car idle a little high. Mine was idling at around like 1,000 RPM for at least 3 days or so. After that, the ECU reset, relearned itself, and yeah, it was running Gucci. That is pretty much it mod-wise in the engine, except for the brand new engine that I got. We don't need to talk about that. Don't worry. For the next mod, I'm gonna bring you guys down to where the shoes of the car are. These I bought with the car, so that's why they're all scuffed up. That's not from me. I did not do that. But what I have done is that these came with the base brakes. This is the base model. So they come with the 2 pistons, I believe. I found some rotors, or I guess I found some calipers and rotor set on Craigslist for like 700 bucks. Swapped it on, works fine. I mean, it's obviously not in the best condition paint-wise or powder coat-wise, but I could always get that repaired, and I plan to do that. I'm gonna match them to the seats that I'm gonna be ordering eventually. They're kind of pricey. More to that later. I wanna keep this, you know, a little secret. So yeah, these work great, just not the best of condition. One thing I do recommend, if you guys do get an upgrade, if you have a Z that does not have the sport package or the Nismo, so basically they don't come with those rotors, is upgrade the rotors, to which I have. They're BPI or DPI, whatever the blank brand is. You can buy them on Z1, they're Z1 brand. Slotted. I don't want to get the drilled and slotted just because I've heard the drilled portion tends to crack. Also, upgrade your pads. I got Stop Tech pads. Yeah, it's in the name. They stop. Same thing for the rear. Normal stuff. It's stock rotors though. I haven't touched that, even though I need to. Just the rotors and pads on the front end were 350 bucks. So it's not the cheapest thing. I'm not made of money. If you want me to be, hit that subscribe button. Tell your friends, your family, your dog, your dog's uncle, your uncle. So that's pretty much it for the front end for now. I'm gonna get a few more mods. I want to get the Muse front bumper, carbon hood, fenders, new wheels. Hopefully, eventually, one day there'll be a really nice, you know, Chinese choo-choo right here. But for now, we're gonna have to deal with the stock intakes. So, slow boys for life. So that's it for the front end. Interior, that is all pretty much stock, except for one mod that most of you guys honestly probably have never seen, except for if you've ever been in a Rolls Royce or know what goes in Rolls Royces. Okay, you guys ready? Prepare yourself. I'm shaking. Bam! That's right. Peep the drip, Karen.
Respect the drip, Karen.
The other mod, which I'm pretty proud of, this is one of the first things I actually did. I did make a video on it, so check it out. It sucks, like all my other videos, but you know, don't set your standards high. That's why you're here. This did take quite a long time. I'm not gonna lie. I think it was around 17 hours or so. That's enough of that. Oh. So it did take about 17 hours, which seems like a long time. It's not hard work, it's just time consuming. So basically what I did in the short version, if you guys don't want to watch the video, sorry, you're gonna have to deal with the noise. Each one of these 380 fiber optic lines that are all running through my B-pillar back here on the driver's side and then hooks into a switch into the taillights. So these only work with my auto lights coming on, or if I turn them on manually, or if I, you know, if this thing would like to focus eventually. And then ran all 380 through each individual hole that I drilled out, glued it in, then cut it. It's not the best thing, but you know, you learn to forget about it and it looks good, especially at night. That is the only thing that I've done in the interior so far. Obviously, there's gonna be a lot more. I would like to get brand new seats. I'm looking at the Status, or however you pronounce that company. They make some pretty cool seats in this just gorgeous blue color that I really want. That is the one theme that I'm going with this car, is silver and blue. It should look good, hopefully better than I look, but that shouldn't be hard. Also for the interior, I would like to get a brand new steering wheel. I want to get the steering wheel that does the light thingies, you know, tells you when to shift. That should be pretty sick. Plus, I'd also want to get a cage. Half cage, obviously not full cage. This is going to still be a street car, but other than that, that should be it for the interior. This is going to be a short video because there isn't much to talk about. Although it's been a lot of money that I put into my car, there's not much that I put into my car. It's cheaper to do drugs, honestly. For the last bit of the mods that I have, it's all underneath the car and in the rear. The one big thing is this bumper. This thing, whew, this thing is gorgeous. This is an Muse rear end, which the front end that I was talking about, I'm gonna get the same kit plus the wing, but for right now I have the rear bumper, and this thing just looks so good. It just changes the whole rear end of the car. It's more aggressive, gets rid of the bubble butt. It's nice. Now, for the last three things that I've done to my car, which you could only see just a little bit, is this giant Mandino-sized exhaust. For those of you who are not familiar with JDM exhaust work and stuff like that, this is a Tomei exhaust, full titanium, imported from Japan, unless you can find a vendor out in California if you live in California or United States in general. Full titanium. It comes with a mid pipe and the muffler, which is about $1,000, and then after that you could buy the Y pipe and test pipes, which is what I got. That's why this thing's so loud. It's, most people call cars with straight pipes or just a muffler delete. No, this is a full straight pipe. This has no cats, and it is, I've did just straight headers on this car, and this exhaust is louder than just header dumps. Plus, it sounds so good. I do need to adjust this because it looks like it's touching right in here. So this needs to be readjusted, but that is not a big deal for now. That could always be fixed. And the last mod I've done is that, obviously this is not stock ride height. I do got BC coilovers all the way around. It's just the base setup, you know, everyone runs with them. They work good. They'll make your car handle way better. They are a tough ride. I am thinking about switching these out to get some Fortunatos. They are United States based. They are fully customizable. So let's say the first one, like the first generation, if you bought the first ever Fortunato coilover for your car and they're already at like iteration 6, you could send your coilovers back to Fortunato and they will upgrade it to meet their new specs. Obviously you're paying for it, but that'd be kind of cool because it shows you that they're not just creating a coilover and then forgetting about it. They keep on upgrading and upgrading their stuff. But obviously there's a little bit more that I need to do. Hood, fenders, front bumper, wing, wheels. I didn't want to get new side skirts, but I kind of need to, because since my car's lowered now, I am just I'm beating the hell out of it. A couple weeks ago, I was going to get a jack, went into the driveway of the car wash that I was going into, and right when you come in, I was making a right, but it was one of those parking lots where they literally have a parking space right at the entrance, so they made it a divider to protect cars from going in. Didn't see it, went over it, smashed the shit out of this side skirt. So, need a new side skirt on this side, and then obviously I'm gonna match, probably get some Cybon carbon side skirts for this. Yeah, that should be it. Really not gonna touch the engine bay much. I think carbon's kind of pointless in the engine bay. I mean, obviously besides fenders as I covered, probably mirrors, probably roof. I think having a carbon roof to match the hood, and then with the Amuse wing, comes up like this, and then you got a blade going straight across. That's gonna be carbon. So just to have a line of carbon from the hood to the roof to the wing. And if I really had the money when I bought this, I would have did a carbon and black right here. That is basically it for everything that I've done to my car. More to come. Obviously, I'm gonna try my best to record it. When I do install stuff, I have my friends who are not totally comfortable with doing this. I do my best to make videos as best as I can. Obviously, they're trash, but hey, you're watching it anyway, so what does that say about you, huh? Also, guys, if you made it this far, I'd like to say thank you so much for watching the video. This video is sponsored by yours truly. It is called Party List. It is my app that I created. I spent 2 years making this. It's been out for about a year now, and what it is, if let's say you're college, you're a frat, whatever, you want to throw a party or find a party, it's Friday, Saturday, and you're just bored, this app, you can post and find house parties for free. That's as best as it gets, for free. How can you beat that? Download it. Tell your friends about my app and my channel. Please. All right, thank you guys so much for watching. Hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, share with your friends. Check out all my other videos. They should be somewhere right around here at this point. Bye.
Respect the drip, Karen.